Alright, so let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Death to Spice, and it is very similar to games like Hitman, with the exception that it doesn't exactly have a high budget. The developers are a small Russian team, and they really didn't have the same kind of funding as the Hitman series, and it does show in quite a few places. The first level is possibly the most linear of them all, at least one of them, because normally you're supposed to head in that direction, on the other side of that mountain, and get yourself a truck, which you then use to capture an enemy officer. But we're not gonna do that. It's really far away, and there are other tracks in this level. We can deal without that one specific one. So here's a few soldiers. Hello. Just gonna borrow this outfit right here and slide away. That's the first glitch you see in the game. If you are standing up before you change clothes, you can scroll the mouse wheel up, and the character will start moving forwards. It's not a huge time save overall, but it's a nice little thing that you can do. And there is the enemy base, where we are supposed to capture the officer and pick up some files from his office. Let's see. Because the front is guarded by these two people right there, we're gonna have to throw a distraction grenade. So they just happily run away and give us free access to the base. Here we go. And right there is the officer we came for. I'm actually gonna make a proper save, just in case something awful happens. So normally I use quick saves, but the way I use them can be a bit risky. Because I do that. You can use quick save and quick load to skip animations, like using the chloroform or strangling people. Try to run it. It's not a huge time save overall, but it makes things a bit easier in some cases. Like for instance, oh, can I please? Thank you for the key. Don't mind me just looting the body right there, and don't wake him up, please. He's happy right where he is. Right, the animation skip in itself, it saves maybe 5 seconds every time you do it, but it makes things really easy in some places. Like for instance, I just knocked out that guy in the middle of the base, but because I did it so quickly, no one had a chance to notice, and I was able to run away before they found the body, making things a bit easier for me. Otherwise I would have to wait for him to walk into the building he's going for. This guy can see through my disguise, as I was about to say. Quick load also manipulates the way the AI is facing, so I made a save before running through there, which allowed me to safely get past this guy. Here we go, grab the files. Let's see. He's... I probably could have run past him, but we'll play it safe. Here we go, just wait for him to turn his head just a bit. And no one notices a thing. And there's the truck we will be using. It's in a much better place than the other one that we were supposed to use. Maybe about a kilometer closer to the target. Driving controls in this game while they are about as good as you'd expect, the camera is a bit wonky. You can't turn it vertically at all, and horizontally it has a limit. Like, for instance, I cannot see what's behind me right now, and it makes things like reversing a bit tricky. It will turn automatically, but for instance, like right now, I cannot see anything. There you go. Nice parking right there. Ooh, I really don't like this guy being here. I'm actually gonna make another proper save, because this guy is definitely not meant to be here. Just walk away. Off you go. Thank you. I think he actually saw that. Because there's a chance that someone throws a grenade at this car. Like that. That's not good. Yeah. That is why we made a proper save. These people are not in the best possible locations. Okay, this looks a bit more promising. There we go, and no one saw a thing. I think that's like the second time ever I've had the grenade kill me like that. But considering it's a marathon, I was somewhat expecting that to happen. Which is why I made the save. And then we simply drive off. Hopefully everything will go smoothly from this point on. What is this flip you're talking about? Hi guys. Whoops. There we go. Made it safely to the exit. No problem whatsoever. So at the beginning of each mission I usually unequip my weapon. Because this game is somewhat picky about stealth. So for instance, if I have a Russian rifle while I'm disguised as a German soldier, the AI will notice and they will start shooting me. Also, a difference between the Steam version of this game and every other version of this game is that in the Steam version you can headshot people and take their disguise, whereas in any other version the only way to get a disguise is to strangle them or stun them otherwise. But shooting will always end poorly in the other versions. There we go, we free this guy. I'm not quite sure who he is, but he's important to the mission, so we do what we can to help him. Let's see, there is... Yep. This guard can see through the disguise. You can see this really confusing radar and check which of the enemies can see through the disguise and which cannot. The green arrows can't and the red ones can. It can be a bit confusing to read. Hello. Alright, for this one I have a kind of a new strat. I'm gonna shoot the target in the leg. Actually, he's not the target, he's just some guy who has some nice papers that I want. Alright, there's people in the building in places where I don't want them to be. That's not the usual reaction to this. But it's fine. That is a lot of people. Huh. I believe my best option at this point is to just wait it out, because they're gonna walk away. Yeah, like that. Just need to get access to that room, and we'll be fine. Although getting access to that room may prove tricky. Yes, it will. In fact, I'm gonna simply load to save and attempt a more aggressive strat. You were not supposed to be there. Alright, we have the layouts. Now we just need to get out of here. And there we go. The AI was being a bit sketchy right there. Usually they just all panic and run out of the building when things happen. This time they decided to actually look into things, as they probably should. Then a bit of fall damage, never hurt anyone. And there we go. And the third mission. In this one, we are supposed to rescue and I have actually no clue who he is. Either way, the Nazis have captured some important dude who has some important information, and our goal is to rescue that guy so the information doesn't fall in the wrong hands. Probably. But as an option, the game allows killing the prisoner. Because, hey, that's another way to keep the information secret. So we're gonna do exactly that, as it's gonna save a bunch of time in comparison. This guy is really smart, so he can see through the disguise. We have to deal with him. We're not really concerned about people finding bodies at this point of the game. There's one level in which it makes a slight difference. If bodies are found, then the level gets a bit more difficult. There we go. And we're gonna have to clear this hallway right here. So we're gonna do some tricks here. That was good shooting. I'm not used to doing that. Usually I miss about 7,000 times. And here is also where I want to do a proper save in case. So we're gonna sneak into this wall, whoop, like that. Then we're gonna wiggle around until the sub-pixels are perfect. And aim, I believe it's around there. That should be good. And we're gonna draw a... That's a grenade, that's not where it's supposed to be. I would rather have that grenade be outside the wall than inside the wall. It's not the safest possible place for it. Alright, so That is quite interesting. I can only assume that I'm aiming too far to the left. Or my subpixels are not perfectly aligned, that's also possible. And there we have it. So the grenade just fell out of bounds, went down 2 floors and landed in a prison cell. Pretty basic stuff. And then we simply run to the exit. Someone just noticed that we are not who we claim to be, but it's way too late. Nothing they can do about it anymore. Oh, can I please register to the hotel? Thank you. Alright, so level 4 is the hotel, which is, I think, one of the more interesting levels, at least in terms of design. Because at the beginning you have no weapons other than the fiber wire. And here's another place where it's a good time to make a proper save, just to be safe. So there are 3 guys outside this room, and I have to somehow deal with them all. Oh, that is really good. Only one of them came in. Exactly what I wanted. I want to... Oh, whoops. There we go. Perfectly smooth. I want to deal with these guys one at a time, because 2 of them have guns. And guns are dangerous. Shocking as it may be. And there we just skip a bunch of animations. Alright, I'm supposed to limit the frame rate when I'm not... Okay, the thing with frames in this game is that the load times are somewhat tied to the frame rate. So I like to have the frame rate be as high as possible when I'm in a load screen, because that saves a bunch of real time, which, I mean, load times are something we don't include in the timing anyway. But for a marathon it's pretty nice to have less load screens. So I have uncapped frame rate whenever I'm in a load screen, but when I'm trying to walk through a door, the game freaks out a bit if the frame rate is at 900 something, and I get stuck. There we go. We have figured out who the traitor is. I'm not really sure how. That's not really important. What is important is that we get a new set of clothes. There we go, much better. Way more stylish. That's a diplomat. He has some important files which we're gonna have to swap out of his safe and give him some fake ones in return. You know, I'm not exactly sure what any of this is about. I only ever played this game casually once and didn't really watch any cutscenes even then. Soon the traitor is gonna walk out that door and we're gonna have to kill him on this hallway, because nobody else ever walks through here, so it's completely safe. Can check from the map, and he has just started moving, though for some reason he keeps looking in my direction even though it's moving in the other way. That's pretty interesting. I hope that changes. Yeah, it changed as he walked out the door. That's good. There we go. No need to skip this animation. I'm not in a hurry at the moment, because this level is mostly on timer after this point. Because right now we just gotta wait for the diplomat to go into his room and put the documents to his safe, and then swap them. And the reason why anyone runs this game is that there was a speedrunning routing competition a while back, and we went with this game, and it turned out to be a pretty interesting competition considering we had two teams. That's unlucky. Sometimes when you throw the knife, the people outside the room can hear it. Oh well. But right, I'll finish that thought eventually, I hope. Okay, there we go. So we had a competition regarding running this game, and it was a quite tight competition between myself and Arctice. I believe each of us won 5 levels, and the overall time was, both teams had around 45 minutes combined time without loads, and just doing segmented routes. This is a really exciting lockpicking minigame. We have plenty of time to do this, which is good because I'm not very good at lockpicking. Still, I'm not gonna spend several minutes here, I hope. I wasn't even supposed to open it, but it doesn't matter. In fact, the diplomat is already somewhat close, so we're just gonna chill here and wait for him to come in. Oh, Momo, it was extremely professional and serious. Don't underestimate it. I mean, we spent over a month just playing this game over and over and figuring out all the optimal routes. Alright, and here's the one thing you can do to save time in this level. The diplomat is right now placing the documents in the safe, so we're just gonna stay here and throw the knife right there. And he's gonna panic. And while he's panicking, he can't see that we swapped the documents. If he ever notices us going into the room, he'll figure out that something's going on and the mission fails. But if he's just panicking in his own room because someone threw a knife at him, then fine, no problem there. And there we go. That is one of the longer missions in the game, mostly because of the unskippable waiting section. Alright, and back to the more traditional level design. This is a very basic level. I'm supposed to go into an enemy village and would you stop running? Thank you. Go into an enemy village and kill 3 officers. And then get out. Nothing fancy about it. No need to retrieve any files or anything. The kind of mission design I like. Keep things simple. Especially since the area is pretty open-ended compared to some of the levels. Also, the bikes control amazingly in this game. If I hit any kind of bump, I'm gonna flip the car. Yes, this is car. Don't question it. There we go. You're probably gonna see some wonky stuff happening with the bike later on. Usually happens. Alright. So the first officer is in that building. We're gonna try to throw a grenade through the window. Let's see. Nice. And there we go. That's good. That throw is somewhat precise. But still, not too bad. Not something I'm worried about doing in a run like this. Especially since you can just save scum it so easily. Oh boy, that's a bad timing. That's an incredibly bad timing. Gonna have to try this. Well, that works. There's the second officer. I was a bit concerned about that shot because there's a guy far behind me who can see that, if he's close enough. And for the third officer, we're gonna do some funky AI manipulation. Because he's in this building, and the building is a restricted area, only officers are allowed to enter it. See, these guys won't let me in. If I try to open the door, they'll just kill me. But if this guy opens the door for me, no problem. Well, I am pretty unlucky with the timing of this guard right here. I would much prefer him to be totally elsewhere. Well, luckily we can still sneak past him like that. And then just escape through the window smoothly. There we go. And right now, just about the entire village hates us, because one enemy saw me as I pulled out the weapon a bit early, before killing the target. But that should be fine, they can't catch us. Unless we hit a tree, which is pretty likely. Well, yep, there's the tree. Still fine, there's nobody nearby. This is probably the hardest part of the level. Or this specifically, there are so many trees. And bonk, there we go. How about we just abandon the bike right there and just walk the rest of the way? Very smooth. Yeah, those happy little trees were a bit in the way. Alright. This mission can be surprisingly difficult. Let's see. Alright, so far so good. We're not allowed to be here, so it's a bit odd that the game just has the starting location be something like this, where you start without any kind of equipment or disguise, and are meant to walk into a hallway with 3 enemies in it. It seems a bit unfair to me, but I'm no game designer. This is where we also make a proper save, because the next bit is really important. In fact, we are extremely late. Oh boy. Not sure how that's gonna work. Actually, my money is on it. It's not gonna work. It's a bit random how quickly the AI gets through some areas. I cannot believe that worked. Just gonna close the door. What I just did there has absolutely no right whatsoever to work. The corpse of the officer was exactly in the doorway, and the guard was looking that way, yet somehow he didn't see it. Which worked for me. I'm very okay with that. But it shouldn't work. Alright, I'm not quite sure what this is. This is some Nazi doomsday machine. And there's the main scientist working on it. He has some important documents in his safe, so we're just gonna grab the key. I have absolutely no idea what this is. Oh boy, that's an officer. Almost jumped. Ouch. Actually, I don't want to take damage here, because there's a high chance of a shootout near the end of the level. So I would prefer to have as much health as possible. Assuming I can get out again. Alright, this time he's walking the other way. The AI can be a bit random when you manipulate it with quick saves, especially if there's any kind of small reason for panic. Like for instance that time I just punched the scientist in the head and it made some noise, so the officers reacted to it. Alright, here I gotta be careful again because there's a body in the next room and I really prefer it if it wasn't found. It would make my life a lot easier. In fact, so much easier that I'm gonna make another save. I think we're fine. Don't think any of these guys are gonna be going near that. More concerned about this body actually. So I'm just gonna close this door while I'm here. There we go. And one of the objectives in this mission is to take a bunch of pictures of whatever this is. Oh, that wasn't a full photo. And now someone saw me. If anyone sees you with the camera out, there will be an alert. And you really don't want to have that in this mission. Because it gives you a timer before the place goes to a lockdown and you can no longer exit. And the mission fails. But more importantly, the AI starts to patrol around more, which makes things really difficult because they keep blocking doorways, and the AI has absolutely no respect for officers such as myself. So you can have like 5 soldiers just walk in a doorway and you just cannot do anything about it. You'll be stuck there waiting for them to pass. This room especially is a huge pain, because there are just about at all times 3 to 4 soldiers in that room. Alright, and there is another officer who he's got something important, so we're just gonna borrow it. There we go, grab the key and get out. That was pretty smooth. And here I crouch before I exit through this door, because if this guy hears footsteps, he's gonna go investigate. And when he goes to investigate, he's gonna block the doorway. I really don't want that to happen. Sorry. I would... Alright. Please don't kill me. I think he's gonna kill me. Well, he's definitely gonna kill me. Taking these last pictures is why I wanted to have a bit of health left. Minor change in plan. I'm just gonna wait until he walks in. Can I, please? Please? Thank you. Just gonna shoot really poorly and then take the pictures. Much better. And there's the alarm. And when the alarm happens, they will also find the body of the officer I took the clothes from. And when that happens, they're gonna start suspecting me eventually. But luckily the alert happened so late that it doesn't matter at all. And we'll be safely out of the place by then. There we go. This mission was one of the most difficult ones to route, surprisingly. Let's see. Alright, I can use this. Because it seemed like there was no proper way to do anything in here fast. But what we didn't consider when we were routing this is that we could just be really aggressive and kill everyone. And use grenades. Blow some shit up. Such an easy solution to a difficult problem. And this quick save, quick load right here is only to manipulate the way people inside are facing. It's a small thing, but it saves a ton of time in the long run. Oh. Hello. Just gonna sneak behind you like that. Wait. There is an alarm already going on. That's not good. That is in fact extremely bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart the level. The alarm over there is really unusual. I'm not sure what caused it that time. In fact, I'm so unsure that I'm gonna somewhat blame the frame rate because I'm manipulating it manually. And as I was testing the manual frame rate manipulation earlier today, I did notice a couple of minor differences in AI behavior. So I'm just gonna not do that this time. Just to make sure everything works out as it should. Another option could have been that someone found the body I left here. But that still is an unusually early time for that to happen. Usually it takes a bit longer, just enough to give me time to start blowing shit up. But this time I took the disguise from another guard anyway, so even if that's the case, we should be fine this time. And just to be sure, why not? A small little quick save has never hurt anybody. Right now there's a notification about an alarm, but I killed everyone who was gonna set it off, so we're fine, we're fine. And here's where the level gets really interesting. Because we have one person who we need to kill, who is in here. There's a grenade for you, have fun. And there's another one down there. Here's a grenade for you too, have fun. And there's 2 quick kills. Nice and simple. And right now, most people hate us. It doesn't matter, we're just gonna... Whoop! Hide in here. Smooth escape. There we go. And another objective in this mission is to steal some documents. They are in 2 different locations. One of them being over here. There we go. Got the documents. And there are still another set of documents, which we're gonna get in a bit of a unique way. We're gonna just use this toilet. Whoop. Come on. Where am I? Oh, there I am. They're in that safe over there. And so we are underground. I'll just pick the lock. People can actually see me while I'm underground, but it doesn't matter because if they decide to shoot me, I'm pretty well in cover. There we go. Open the door. And take the documents. And then we just get the hell out of here. No problem. Getting those documents used to be really, really difficult. But the clip makes it extremely consistent. It would be faster to just take the stairs and kill the officer who has the key to the safe and use that, but it just doesn't have the same style, you know. There we go. 8 snipers is, in my opinion, the most difficult mission in the game. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna switch equipment around a bit. We want more grenades and more dynamite. The dynamite is going to be used on the bridge. Normally you're supposed to... I love these first enemies here. They can see you really early on if they feel like it. So we're just gonna sneak and hope that they don't see a thing. Because I'm gonna have to kill them all. Which is the definition of stealth, if you ask me. Oh, well, I can't have that happen. The goal is to steal that bike. So I would really like it if it didn't explode. Would you stop running around? No? I'm no sniper. There we go. That will do. And steal the bike. It is somehow possible to also just kill one of the enemies, take out these guys, and sneak around the bike and steal it while someone is still repairing it, and he'll keep repairing the air while the bike is gone. Was hoping for a slightly smoother parking, but that'll do. The bike controls are something special. Alright, so the goal of this mission, there are 8 snipers, 1 in each building, and our goal is to kill them all and place a total of 6 dynamite charges on the bridge itself, and then get out. And what makes this level so difficult is that the patrols on the bridge are not as consistent as you'd hope. So most of the time you're gonna have to improvise a bit when placing these. The first one is usually really straightforward, but after that it gets difficult. Alright, 2 down. Ooh. Wasn't expecting that to work, had to try it anyway. So we're not gonna place that one yet, we're gonna come back to it later. Instead we'll attempt to place this one. Let's see. Great. And then we backtrack to the last 2. The very final one is at the top of the bridge, but we can only place that after completing all the other objectives. Alright, that was actually really, really smooth. Really happy with that. And side jumping is the easiest way to get across the bridge. The jump mechanic is a bit finicky. You'll see soon enough. Alright, so then to the snipers, and this is why we bought grenades. Hold on, he is over there. So let's see if I can aim this correctly. That's one. Missed. So let's bring up the map. Oh, I was aiming at the completely wrong place. It's more that way. I believe that should do it. Yep, that's one. And then the second one, he's over there. Toss a grenade. And there we have it. Two more on this side of the bridge. One over there. And one over there. Oh, missed the second one. I should have some extra grenades though, so it's fine. Try again. There we go. Beautiful. And then we just need to get out of here. I'm slightly concerned about... Okay, never mind. You can see the red exclamation mark at the top of the screen. That means that you are suspicious, basically. So I was a bit worried over there, because people could see through my disguise, as long as that's there. And that guy over there can always see through the disguise, so I'm gonna have to wait for him to go away. There we go. Hello. I'm pretty surprised that they didn't care at all about me. Come on, come on. Nobody seems to care I'm here. That's pretty great. I'm okay with that. And there's sniper number 5. Hello. Just gonna borrow this real quick. Six, 7, whoops, and 8. And because of after all those shots, people are not gonna be really fans of mine. So we're gonna get a new disguise. It's completely identical to the previous one, but you know, these people are easy to fool. And then comes the difficult bit. This is the hard part. Because I need to jump off this tower onto the bridge. Oh, beautiful, first try. And you can see I took a lot of damage from the bottom left corner. And that's the reason why you gotta be really careful throughout the level. Because if anybody does any damage to you, especially at the beginning, you are not going to be able to do this. And nobody saw me place the dynamite. That is perfect. Ark, I don't even blame you for the jump. Because I think I have it figured out pretty well. You just gotta aim lower than you think you should, and it works. Yeah, let's blame Nico instead. That's a good idea. Can't go wrong with that. And that's basically the level done. Now, all we gotta do is get out of the area. Here's another reason why we have the bike. Still gotta be a bit careful because these guys will see through my disguise. And if they do that, they will open fire and I have no health left at this point, so they can really easily kill me. Gotta be a bit careful. There we go. I also have a really bad habit of attempting to drive into trees after beating that level, which is a really bad thing to do, because if you hit a tree with enough speed, you'll take damage. So I have killed myself in that level after completing it. And no, it didn't count as completing the level. I was disappointed. In fact, let's do it this way. Shots fired after all, so let's shoot some people. And sneak away. Great. Usually I use the fiber wire to just kill the last guy and take his clothes. But, you know, it's more fitting for the marathon. And time-wise, not a huge difference. It might even be faster to shoot them. Probably is. Alright. This guard is really heavily guarded, but we have our own way in. There we go. Just ignore all these people. Make life easy. Alright, that guy over there, he's a warden in this prison camp. And we're gonna need his clothes and a permission that he has, so we can free an informant. I really question that the informant could possibly have any kind of useful information, because he is an absolute idiot. You will know what I mean when we get there. Yoink. The prisoners don't care that this happens. They're just a bit confused, but overall alright with everything that's going on. Just close the door. Close the door. There we go. And then we're gonna go find the informant. He's luckily always in the same place. If it was random, because there's like, I think there's 9 of these buildings full of prisoners. If it was random, then this level would be really, really annoying to do. Or rather, not exactly annoying, but time consuming, because you'd have to run through all of them. It wouldn't make things much more difficult, I think. Because the escape is really something. You'll see. In fact, I'm thinking of going from here, because there's a guard over there who can see through my disguise. Come on, come on, you can do it. There we go. And the guard is heading that way, so I wanna be behind him rather than in front of him. Also, I'm constantly keeping an eye on the minimap to see where the informant is. Come on. Just for safety. I don't think anything has ever gone wrong past this point, but I don't trust this informant. His pathfinding is... Also, I am not permitted to leave the territory with the prisoner. I'll do it anyway. And apparently nobody is gonna stop me. You can do it. There he comes. He'll be here eventually. The door just opened right through me. That's fine. Well, being better than Fallout 4 is not exactly a praise. Again, I'm just looking at the radar, waiting for the informant to be closer. Alright, he's out of the camp now. You can see all the resistance we encountered when we went through the area that we had no access to. And there you can see the 2 on the map. That's the level exit. Sadly, it's not up to me to exit the level. I need to get the informant to the exit. So the only reason why I'm crouching here is because I want to walk slower so the informant can keep up, because he will get lost in the woods. Come on, you can do it. Oh, no. Almost there. Well done. Good boy. And we got the rating Wolfhound, which is the best rating in the game. And on to the final level. This one can be a bit random at one point. In fact, I would say that... Huh. Interesting. Just noticed something that's affected by the frame rate. Because the AI did not behave as it was supposed to. The guard who was over there previously is now doing what he's supposed to do. Hello. I'm just gonna walk around you a couple of times and then use the chloroform. There we go. So in this level you're gonna have to watch a bit of extra load times because I don't want to manipulate the AI or manipulate the load times because that apparently also manipulates the AI, which can be a problem. So I'll just play it safe. There we go. Take some new clothes. Oh, here I'm definitely making a proper save because I have made a stupid mistake in this section way too many times. Not this time though. Good job me, paying a tiny bit of attention what I'm doing. The mistake I keep making there is that I'm supposed to put away the knife by pressing 1, but instead I press F1, which is quick save, so I quick save a bunch of times while having a knife out. And it never ends well. And here's the difficult part. That's 1. I'm not allowed to have an alert in this level, so gotta be really careful. There we go. Kill that guy. So I need to clear this entire room, because if I kill that guy and anybody sees it, it's over. In fact, it's already over. You can see the radar just filled with red, because the secretary apparently saw something and ran away, and that's why we make the proper manual save in this section. So this section can be a problem. Can be a problem, and throwing knives it's hard. Don't worry about it. I'm not known for my aiming skills in any game, which is why I'm the perfect candidate for a marathon like this. Alright, this time the secretary didn't see a thing. She's gonna walk into this room in a second. There we go. Hi there. And then we're just gonna... I'm not gonna skip this animation because I'm a bit worried that... I guess we're fine. Alright, time is coming up real soon. I was worried that her body could be seen through the door. Out of the way, thank you. And time is in... now.